Sleep impacts our livelihoods beyond the night. It impacts our physical health, mental health, and productivity. And it is vital to ensure we're all experiencing a healthy sleep routine every night. Moona makes sure of that. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Builder Nation. For today's interview, we have David. David, I cannot pronounce your last name, so if you can please help me with that, I will highly appreciate it.
Yeah. Hi, Alicia. Thanks for having me. I'm David Stoikovitch. I'm founder and CEO of Moona. As long as I can remember, I've been passionate about technology. So that's kind of been a defining trait in my background. I studied with a focus on business. So I did a master in business in France, but I tried to integrate my love for technology. I love tinkering with things. I learned programming by myself in high school, and I integrated it by doing kind of a dual master's between engineering and business, and with a focus on data science. After that, I worked on software projects. Lately, I did science projects, and then co-founded Moona, which is a health tech company. We're focused on sleep and really bringing proactive technology to improve sleep. So really the idea behind Moona was really make technology more active, because a lot of technology out there does a great job at tracking sleep and giving you great insights on your sleep. So that's great. And we wanted to go one step further and bring technology that can, night after night, proactively improve your sleep.
I mean, you have a background in business, and then I think you co-founded another company before Moona, that's right?
Yeah, briefly out of university, I started a business with close friends of mine. It was great to be working with friends from university, but we weren't really aligned on work and on vision. And I think that's really, really important when you're co-founding a startup to really be aligned on the long-term vision and the way to work. So we ended for these reasons. And in between, I worked as a freelancer, data scientist and software engineer, and then co-founded Moona. I started out as CTO, so focusing mainly on the technical aspect, building the product from prototype to production, and then took on the role of CEO in 2021 when my co-founder left the operational team.
So it's a really interesting background. And I mean, Moona started back in 2016, if I'm correct. So It's been a long journey. What would you say the main challenges are and were at the time?
The stage is a different type of challenge. I would say in the beginning, it's really about building credibility. I would say when everything is yet to be built, it's really hard to convince people on the vision and to really sell them on the potential of the solution. And also to build out the solution itself, which way to go, which form factor for product, because we went into hardware and find on markets and distribute the device, manufacture it. It was a completely different ballgame. So we had a learning curve, I would say, in terms of preparing to manufacturing, figuring out who our market will be, and building a community from the ground up. That was kind of the biggest challenge before launching. And after launching, it's more about making sure that we get our customers happy. So keep improving on the product day after day. And also on the other hand, making sure that we're always one step ahead. And just so that's kind of the big challenge. Now we're in a fundraising cycle. So we're going to keep an eye on how to expand the potential of the product that we build on the result. We have amazing results with the device that we already put to market, but build on this to show the real potential of our technology and solution.
And I will say it's a really interesting product. Can you explain a little bit about how it actually works?
Just to back up a little bit, you hinted at the fact that it's a piece that goes inside the bedding. In the beginning, we wanted to build proactive technology to improve sleep. And so not just get another tracker. And so we focused on temperature because we saw that it's a very important factor for sleep. Our body temperature actually needs to cool down every night to induce sleep, to stay asleep. And in the morning is the opposite. So we have kind of this circadian rhythm as body temperature, which ensures that we fall asleep, but also ensures that we stay alert in the morning. And so for many people, actually, this cycle is disturbed for many reasons. And so that's why we thought it was a very interesting angle, because we thought that by applying the right technology and the right temperature environment during sleep, we could have a very positive impact on people suffering from issues linked to temperature. So why the head and neck? Because it's a really important thermal exchange zone. So focusing on this area is less invasive than focusing on the whole body. And it can also be more right, so to speak, because it's closer to the internal regulation area. And so that's why we focus on this area to really be more efficient. So it's a water-based system, just water flowing through the system. And the pillow pad itself is made out of channels, basically like tubing and foam. And that's very comfortable so that you don't really feel that there's something under your head. And with this water-based circuit, we're able to regulate temperature between 64 Fahrenheit or 18 Celsius and 95 or 35 Celsius throughout the night at different temperatures and different moments of the night and for different people. And the product is connected to an app, so you get insights on your sleep, and we kind of close the loop between sensors and active control.
Now that we're actually talking and mentioning the product, I would like to ask you, what were some of the biggest challenges while building it?
One of the biggest challenges was figuring out the materials to achieve what I told you about, that you really don't feel that there's something bothering you under your head and neck, because everyone is very particular about their pillow, about the firmness, the material, etc. So we wanted to make it so it's almost a seamless integration inside your pillow case. So you put that pillow pad inside your pillow case and you don't really feel it except for the temperature that's just right. So that was really initially one of the biggest challenges. We spent countless hours and hundreds of user experience tests. Another challenge was really to make sure that we have the right contacts for manufacturing. Even before we consider manufacturing, it was in the beginning kind of a nightmare to really find a way to manufacture a device that's essentially never been done before. That was one of the biggest challenges in the beginning. On the other side, on the kind of the business and marketing side, was really to get known. We knew that there were some search terms that were very popular because our typical customer right now, our typical user, the way they found us is that they woke up at 2 a.m. during the night, they couldn't sleep, and they went on Google and searched a solution for night sweat or hot pillow, hot head. So we started with that, obviously, and tried to build a community also through Kickstarter.
We were talking about challenges, and I know that you guys survived the pandemic back in 2020. So a lot of hardware companies struggled with supply chain. Did that happen for you?
We were lucky enough that we set up our supply chain before that. So actually right before that, we did a lot of research and development and pre-industrial figuring out the supply chain before that. So 2018 and 2019 were the times when we did that. And in 2019, we started shipping out our first unit, actually in October of 2019. So it was just before the pandemic. And I think it would have been very tough to do that after that. So we managed and we had people there. So actually, just to back up a little bit, we went through an accelerator program early on, which is called Hacks. It's kind of the leading hardware startup accelerator program. And it's an American investor behind it. But the program is in Shenzhen in China. The goal of the program was in 4 or 5 months, making your hardware project a reality and scaling from kind of a shoebox prototype to a product that people want and that can be built by manufacturers. That was a very interesting experience. So we went through that program before the pandemic. We set up our supply chain at that time there. And then when everything was cut, so to speak, we were already on track.
Well, with all the past, now I would like to talk about the future of Moona. What we can say are the next steps for the company. Are you guys planning on expanding or releasing any new projects soon?
Actually, this year we're releasing the next generation of our device. Last year, we raised about $158,000. And so we gathered interest into building out this second version, which will be better on all aspects. On the hardware side, main evolution is to make the product even more efficient. The cooling system and the tracking will be more efficient. And on the software side, we're trying to expand capabilities. So right now, the companion app is there to track, to give you insights on your sleep every night, but also give commands to the device. So a temperature profile that adapts at different times of the night. And we want to go one step further and integrate with other sensors and wearables to give you insights on daytime activity and its impact on your sleep, but also over the longer term to give you proactive sleep programs through the app with behavior and habits and routine. And further along the road, what you want to do is really to be able to cover the whole sleep health spectrum. And further along the road, as sleep health and sleep medicine gets more mature and education gets more mature, we want to really cover clinical needs as well. So really the challenge right now is to raise funds that expand on this idea that we can cover really the whole spectrum from wellness to sleep habits, sleep programs, sleep coaching, and also sleep medicine by partnering up with clinics and insurance.
How's your personal experience with Moona?
In the beginning of the project, we were sometimes sacrificing our own sleep for the benefit of others. But yeah, as we grew awareness, we grew a community, it's more and more important to really have that deep knowledge of sleep and what's right for sleep health and what's not. And this project really made me aware that how much of a deep impact sleep has. From a personal point of view, I started working on this because of period of insomnia that really ruined my life. I've had stress-related periods of insomnia that's really impacted negatively my studies when I was a student and in my professional life. And really now I'm aware that it's very, very important. And it's just an investment on yourself, having a good night's sleep and consistency every night. I think it's great to work in that field. And I remind myself that it's a really deep mission that we have to help.
Do you have any last advice to future founders and CEOs starting on this path?
There's a lot of reasons to found a company and a lot of reasons not to found a company. The main thing is really to work on oneself and reflect on what you want and what you're motivated by. So as a founder, didn't see any other way to impact the world because I felt like creating something new and having a mission to improve people's lives was really what drove me. And I know for every founder, it's a different thing, but you need to have this kind of core passion to be able to wake up every morning and discipline yourself to work on the project.
Thank you so much, David. Do you have any social media handles where can people find you or find Moona?
So we're on getmoona.com. That's our website. You can find us also on social media. I'm also LinkedIn. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you so much. And remember, guys, that you can also find more information, interesting articles, interesting interviews, just like this one with David directly on our website, ControlHub.com/Twitter-Nation. We would love to hear from you. And once again, David, thank you so much for being here, for taking the time, for joining the podcast today. It was great.
Awesome. Thanks, Elisa.